I just wish I had a bigger kitchen. I just wish I was a better mom. I just wish I looked better. I just wish my husband was more romantic. If you've ever caught yourself starting a sentence with, I just wish, this video might save your sanity. Because Kate Strickler, the Instagram star behind Naptime Kitchen, has written the book that exposes the lies we tell ourselves every single day. Her new book, I Just Wish I Had a Bigger Kitchen, isn't just about home decor or cooking tips. It's about the secret thoughts that steal our happiness and how social media has turned normal women into comparison addicts. Kate has over 300,000 Instagram followers who think she has the perfect life. But in this book, she confesses the shocking truth about what it's really like to be an influencer mom and why she almost quit social media entirely. Stay with me for the next 30 minutes, and I'll reveal the 10 lies that are keeping you miserable, plus Kate's surprising solutions that don't require a bigger budget, a better husband, or a home renovation. If you don't know Kate Strickler, you probably should. She's the mom behind Naptime Kitchen, one of Instagram's most beloved food and lifestyle accounts. For over 10 years, she's been sharing recipes, home tips, and glimpses into her life as a mom of 4. But here's what makes Kate different from other influencers. She's brutally honest about the dark side of life online. While everyone else is posting highlight reels, Kate admits to the moments when she scrolls through Instagram and feels like a complete failure. Her book tackles 10 specific, I just wish statements that she says are destroying women's contentment. And trust me, you've thought at least 8 of these thoughts in the past week. Before we dive into Kate's confessions, I want you to do something. Think about the last time you scrolled through social media and thought, I just wish my life looked like that. Was it someone's pristine kitchen, their perfect marriage, their well-behaved kids, their dream vacation? Drop a comment with the first, I just wish statement that comes to mind. And smash that like button, because what Kate reveals about the psychology behind these thoughts will completely change how you see your own life. Kate's story starts like so many modern success stories, accidentally. In 2015, she was a new mom feeling isolated and overwhelmed. So she started sharing simple recipes she could make during her baby's nap time. She called it Naptime Kitchen. Early Instagram posts on screen. What started as a creative outlet grew into something massive. Hundreds of thousands of followers, brand partnerships, cookbook deals. From the outside, Kate had achieved the influencer dream, but inside she was struggling with something she calls comparison paralysis. Here's what Kate realized, and this is brilliant. Social media doesn't just show us other people's lives. It expands our neighborhood. Your grandmother only compared herself to maybe 20 women she actually knew. You're comparing yourself to thousands of strangers every day. Think about this. You wake up, grab your phone, and within minutes you've seen the homes of complete strangers in different states, different countries, different economic brackets. Your brain doesn't know these aren't your actual neighbors. It thinks you're surrounded by people who have more than you do. Kate describes it perfectly. I'll be feeling good about myself, and one photo can completely knock me over. Everything I thought was enough is no longer so. I see someone with a standard of living slightly ahead of my own, and I get jealous. Take the book's title, I Just Wish I Had a Bigger Kitchen. Kate had a perfectly functional kitchen. But after seeing endless Instagram photos of massive kitchens with granite countertops and farmhouse sinks, her own space started feeling inadequate. She started calculating, if I just had more counter space, I'd be more organized. If I had a bigger island, my family would gather around it more. If I had better lighting, I'd enjoy cooking again. Sound familiar? But here's where Kate's story gets really interesting. She didn't just write another self-help book telling you to be grateful. She actually experimented with her own life to test these theories. And what she discovered about the psychology of wanting more will blow your mind. Before I reveal her shocking experiment with a spending fast, and what happened when she actually got the bigger kitchen, hit that subscribe button and tell me, what's one thing you thought would make you happier but didn't? Because Kate's research on this will change everything. Kate breaks down 10 specific, I just wish, lies that steal our contentment. I'm going to give you the most powerful ones, starting with the ones that hit closest to home. This one affects every mother watching this video. Kate admits that Instagram made her parenting anxiety worse. She'd see moms doing elaborate crafts, cooking organic meals from scratch, taking perfect family photos, and feel like she was failing. Here's what she learned. I started to realize my job as a parent was less about helping them have the most fun in life and more about helping them navigate all the disappointment that would come their way. Kate's mindset shift. Instead of trying to be the Pinterest perfect mom, focus on raising resilient kids who can handle real life. That means saying no sometimes. That means letting them be bored. That means not turning every moment into a magical memory. This chapter made me uncomfortable because it was so accurate. Kate talks about how social media creates unrealistic expectations for romance. You see other couples' anniversary trips, surprise gifts, thoughtful gestures, and suddenly your husband feels inadequate. Kate shares something called the presumption of innocence, a legal concept she applies to marriage. Instead of assuming your spouse is trying to hurt or disappoint you, assume they have good intentions but poor execution. She writes, "Unfancy romance is still romance. The husband who takes out the trash without being asked is showing love. The husband who handles bedtime so you can have 20 minutes alone is showing love." This chapter gets deep into the psychology of wealth. Kate admits she comes from privilege, which makes her qualified to talk about this trap. She's seen how more money doesn't automatically create more happiness. Kate introduces the concept of premium versus luxury. Premium products genuinely offer better quality, they last longer, work better, serve your needs. Luxury products are about status and exclusivity, not function. The question isn't, can I afford this? It's, will this actually improve my life, or am I just trying to keep up with someone else's lifestyle? Kate tackles the biggest lie of all, that we don't have enough time. She argues that most of us have time, we just don't have focus. We're trying to do everything instead of doing what matters most. Her radical solution: instead of trying to find more time, protect the time you have. Say no to good things so you can say yes to great things. Stop treating every request like an emergency. The final lie Kate tackles is about control, specifically, how the illusion of control creates massive anxiety. She admits to being a control freak who researches everything, plans for every contingency, and still gets surprised by life. Kate's breakthrough: instead of trying to control outcomes, control your responses. You can't control if your flight gets delayed, but you can control whether you pack snacks and download entertainment. You can't control if your kids get sick, but you can control having a well-stocked medicine cabinet. Here's what makes Kate's book different from every other self-help book. She's not writing from the mountaintop. She's writing from the middle of the mess. She admits she hasn't conquered these lies, she's still fighting them daily. And that's exactly why her solutions work. She's not giving you theory, she's giving you battle-tested strategies from someone who understands the struggle. But here's the most powerful truth Kate shares. The problem isn't that you want a bigger kitchen or a better body or more money. The problem is believing that getting those things will finally make you content. Because contentment isn't a destination, it's a skill. Studies show that people who practice gratitude, set boundaries with social media, and focus on relationships over possessions are significantly happier. But here's what the studies don't tell you: how to actually do it when Instagram is designed to make you feel inadequate. Before I share Kate's specific strategies, and trust me, these are gold, I want to ask you something personal. Which of these lies hits hardest for you? Is it the mom guilt, the marriage comparison, the money anxiety? Share this video with someone who needs to hear that they're enough exactly as they are. Instead of renovating your entire house or getting a bigger kitchen, Kate suggests creating one sane space. A single area that's always organized, always peaceful, always yours. It could be your nightstand, a reading corner, or even just one kitchen drawer. The goal isn't perfection everywhere. It's having one space that makes you feel calm and in control. Kate tried a 30-day spending fast where she only bought necessities. No Amazon impulse purchases, no Target runs, no just this one thing purchases. The results shocked her. She discovered that most of her purchasing was emotional, buying things when she felt inadequate, bored, or stressed. The spending fast taught her the difference between wanting something and needing something. Instead of assuming your spouse is being inconsiderate, assume they have good intentions but missed the mark. This single shift transformed Kate's marriage. Instead of "he forgot our anniversary because he doesn't care," try "he forgot our anniversary because he's overwhelmed at work, but I know he loves me." Same situation, completely different emotional outcome. Kate stops trying to find more time and starts protecting the time she has. She blocks out time for what matters most: family dinners, bedtime stories, date nights, and treats those blocks as seriously as work meetings. Here's Kate's most radical suggestion. Don't quit social media, but change how you use it. She unfollows accounts that make her feel inadequate, limits her usage to specific times of day, and curates her feed to include more real, unfiltered content. She also practices what she calls gratitude scrolling. For every post that makes her feel envious, she finds 3 things in her own life to appreciate. Kate approaches contentment from a Christian perspective, but even if you're not religious, her insights are valuable. She argues that true contentment comes from understanding your identity isn't based on your circumstances. Kate writes, "As a Christian, the promise of Christ sets me apart from the risk of a free fall. When I slip and my entire body hangs suspended over the rocks down below, God is the rope that catches me." Whether you're Christian or not, the principle applies. Your worth isn't determined by your kitchen size, your parenting skills, or your bank account. You have value independent of your achievements or possessions. One of Kate's most powerful insights is about humility. She talks about how having her 4th child humbled her because nothing she'd learned with the first 3 kids worked. All her parenting confidence evaporated. But instead of seeing this as failure, she saw it as growth. The pride I had in my own ability was replaced with something much softer, something more welcoming and easier to hold: humility. Kate realizes that struggling makes us more compassionate. When you admit you don't have it all figured out, you can connect authentically with other people who are also struggling. Kate's ultimate message is simple but revolutionary. Stop waiting for your life to begin when you get the bigger kitchen, lose the weight, or find the perfect husband. Your actual life is happening right now. She uses a brilliant analogy. Life is a bit like our trip to Disney World. There are a lot of shiny and entertaining parts, but it's also a bit crowded and dirty. There are things you want to do, but the lines are long. Everything has a cost, and at the end of the day, it's all pretty exhausting. The goal isn't to make your life look like Instagram. The goal is to find joy in your actual life: dirty dishes, cranky kids, imperfect marriage, and all. So what can we learn from Kate Strickler's journey from comparison trap to contentment? First, the "I just wish" thoughts aren't harmless. They're stealing your ability to appreciate what you actually have. Second, contentment isn't about lowering your standards or giving up on goals. It's about finding peace in the process instead of postponing happiness until you reach the destination. Third, social media isn't evil, but it requires intentional boundaries. Curate your feed like you'd curate your friend group. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to be better, not people who make you feel inadequate. Here's what I want you to do after this video. First, identify your biggest "I just wish" statement. Second, create one sane space in your home that's entirely yours. Third, practice the presumption of innocence with your spouse or closest relationships. Share this video with every woman who needs to hear that she's enough. Comment below with one thing you appreciate about your current life. Subscribe for more content that helps you love the life you're actually living. Kate Strickler spent 10 years building a perfect online life only to realize she was missing her actual life. Don't make the same mistake. Your life right now: messy kitchen, imperfect marriage, chaotic schedule, and all is worthy of love and gratitude. Because the woman who learns to be content with what she has is infinitely richer than the woman who has everything but appreciates nothing.